Welcome back, everybody. It is Benching and Bullshittings. It is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the state of Virginia. And it's time to do some benching and bullshitting. If I look washed out, I can't get the lighting right for YouTube. It looks fine over here on Instagram. It never looks good on YouTube. I really apologize. So we'll try again another time. I tried doing a ring light as opposed to a ceiling light, and it's still not right. So eventually we'll get it right. Anyhow, and again, it's Sunday night. Happy holidays to everybody. Me and Katie don't really celebrate the holidays, but a lot of people do. So I wanted to wish everybody a happy day and hope it was good. Hope we got to spend some time with the family and eat food. I think that's what we do on the holidays, right? That's what we do like any other day of the week. So anyhow, cool. Thanks for joining me here. It is episode 37 of Benching and Bullshitting here on the Kolb Strong Power Podcast. And yes, Russell, hello, Jimmy, happy Easter. Same to you, Russell. So we're going to talk about trading for a little while, and then I'll get into questions here towards the end, or not towards the end, but like when I'm done running my mouth about trading this week, we'll get into some questions. Although I do have one question here about a CPAP. How much has it helped your training? It's been absolutely a game changer. I highly recommend CPAP to anybody, even just for recovery purposes. It absolutely changed my life. My whole quality of living is now absolutely just out of this world. And Matt Brooks is on YouTube. What's up, Jim? Yeah, thank you. Monetary Feed is on YouTube as well. Thank you, Matt, for doing that. He's usually on my Instagram, but he's over on YouTube now. Thank you very much. And it's Tony Russell. Okay, so it's Tony. All right, yeah, so we'll get into some trading this week. It's been one motherfuck of a week. It's been great. Just a fantastic week so far. Holy shit. Just rampant PRs left and right. I don't know if I think the nutrition has come along. We're not eating out as much anymore. We're not going through drive-throughs. We're not living in the drive-throughs. We're just kind of eating at home. It's this new thing we're trying as adults, right? So yeah, it's been going real well. I think I might have some. I mean, I've always been sleeping really good because of the CPAP, and so the eating, the diet has gotten better, and the training has always been good. So you gotta have those three parts of the triangle, right? Fast food no longer a staple. I want it to be a staple, Matt. It's just this is more of a financial decision. That's where I'm coming from. It's not I need to change thing. It's just like financially speaking, we need to stop eating out because we're eating our money away. It's literally where all our money goes is to food. So yeah, that's why. It's not like I'm changing things because we financially have to do it this way. So we'll get into what I'm eating here in a little while, but training first, Wednesday. So usually I start the weeks off with Saturday. Saturday is the first day of the week for me mentally, and I build the rest of the week off of what I did on Saturday. This past Saturday, I just did a deload, which I hate using that terminology, but that's what it was. Went in, did like a 5x5 with 500 pounds, which is literally like 36% of my max or some bullshit like that. Very, very minimal work on the bench, but I did go ham on the accessory work, the dumbbell work, the tricep work, whatever. Okay. That's coming off of the week prior. It's when I did the 1200 for 10 that I posted off the 2 board for tricep day, right? So I come back Wednesday and went primarily I did raw stuff. I did raw 3 board work. Went fairly well. Working on the lockout, working on the triceps. I went down to 405 and hit 405 for 22 reps. Now I haven't repped 405 for 20 since like the Arnold of 2022, so last year. So a small PR for me, 22 reps. That was pretty dope. Good way to finish off the benching for the day. Accessory work were pretty awesome. Thursday is kind of a forearm rear delt day is what we call it. Friday I'm off, and then this Saturday, holy shit, my patrons already know, they've all seen it. Hit a big PR. So what my goal was, I was like, okay, so 2 weeks ago, before the deload week, and Matt's got a good explanation for what deload is here in a second. But so the last time I went benched heavy, I did 1200 and 2 board. So my goal after the deload week was, okay, we'll go up 100 pounds to 1,300, and we'll go down a board, a one board. So it's 1,300 and a one board. Ended up hitting a big PR, 1,300 pounds for a set of 5 from the one board. Pretty incredible. I am very, very, very happy with that. I am calling it. It's not my most true one board set. There was a little more. The board kind of kept getting tilted up a little bit higher and higher each rep. It's just something we just weren't paying attention to. So, but I still moved it for 5 reps. Really, really happy with that. Pretty awesome. So that is how I ended the benching for the day, followed by some more or less it was volume work on the triceps. I was severely fucked up after that. I'll be brutally honest. So I just did volume on the tricep work, and then we went home. And then today was lower body. I haven't posted the video in Patreon yet. I still need to do that. Haven't gotten time to edit it. We got home late. Taylor was getting her last heavy squat in. She came in like towards the end of my workouts. We stuck around to help her, and then we left. We got home at like 6 o'clock, so we only had an hour and a half to get settled and eat and do all that good stuff. So Patreon will go up as soon as the live is over tonight. I'll get it edited, and the lower body stuff will go on Patreon tonight. So but thank you all. For those of you, a lot of you are already on here that are patrons. Much appreciate the support. I really enjoy putting up all that content, all the behind the scenes stuff, all the behind the scenes work that you don't get to see that lead me to the big benches. 5 days a week, the forearm work, the tricep work, the back work, all the back work. Now the lower body stuff, which is what we do on Sundays. It's all there. It's $10 a month if you're interested. I put all my workouts, all the reps, all the sets, with full commentary over top of it. That's how I structure things there. So YouTube members also, it's $10 a month. They also get the same content as Patreon. So there you go. Matt Brooks says over here on YouTube, I think a lot of people think a deload means a day off, and it actually can't mean lower intensity or lower volume. You can deload a single movement even without taking time off. So yes, that is what a deload really means. And that's what I did. I went lighter on the bench. I didn't go up to 12, 13, 1,400 pounds. And then I hit the accessory work extremely fucking hard. So that's exactly it, Matt. All right. We are good with trading. Again, huge fucking PRs this week. 700 plus reps raw and 3 board, 405 for 22 reps full range, 1,300 for a set of 5. Now you want to watch that video, it's over on Patreon. The whole workouts are there. And then, of course, the lower body work from today. Hit PRs today, too, on the lower body stuff. I'm just not quite as interested in sharing lower body stuff. It's not as impressive or cool to hear or listen to. So I was able to hook grip 5 plates today. I was able to hold on to 5 plates. I did some block pulls and held on to 5 plates. So it's finally starting to click. I found out that if I could get my middle finger not on the nail, like not on the nail bed, but on the knuckle, the first knuckle of my thumb, that's I'm able to hang on to weights better. It still hurts like a son of a bitch, but yeah, man, I'm still working on it. Matt Brooks says I can't hook grip to save my life. I was able to hang on to 5. I tried 6 plates and I started to move it, but I just couldn't tolerate the pain. But now that I figured out how to hold on to the knuckle, not the nail, but move it over a little bit to the knuckle right here. So not here, but here. It's a lot more secure. I haven't held on to five plates on a hook grip for quite some time. So, all right, that is the training. Let's see what we got here. I will take questions now. I'm going to open up the floor. That's why I like to come on here, is to share the knowledge, answer questions. So please, if you ask away, I will open that up to you now. Ed, what's up, man? You were in Richmond, right? We missed you. Missed you coming in. It was a good day. It was a good lower body day. Me and Dean, Katie, Chris, Paul came in and squatted. It's a fantastic Sunday. Saturdays are still my fucking jam because it's obviously the bench day. But so there we go. Cripple says, if I shorten your Instagram handle, don't come at me. I'm sorry, but Cripple G1982 _. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to shorten the Instagram handles. I did high rep dumbbell shrugs with a hook grip to get used to it. Ah, okay. I have found that our dumbbells are significantly thicker than even like a standard bar. So I have trouble hanging on to the dumbbells. I can only practice dumbbell work or hook grip work when I use a deadlift bar. But that's a good way to do it though. John Ponteharris says, I'm wanting to get into equip lifting and I'm interested in multiply. Should I start with single ply or is it okay to make the jump from raw to multi? I would like some advice. I'll tell you this much. For inspiration purposes, my first bench shirt was a double denim Karen Klein. I went straight into multiply. It can be done. Single ply also has its own challenges. So it's not like I wouldn't say, it's easier. Oh, it's easier to learn. My advice, whether you go single ply or multiply, is get something that's used. Don't buy everything brand new. Go online, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, wherever you can do, talk to your people around your gym. Get equipment that's used and broken in. It's going to be worlds easier to learn that shit than stuff that's brand new. That's what I recommend. If you want to go straight into multiply, go right ahead. Matt Brooks on YouTube. What's up, bro? So what are you eating now in place of fast food? Well, I eat a lot of deli meat sandwiches. So I had deli meat sandwiches with cheese and the romaine lettuce, iceberg lettuce, whatever. Sandwiches all day. A lot of weight gainer. My whey protein. I have my post workout matrix. It's actually dark matter from MHP. I also use a protein blend, which is like whey, soy, and casein blend before I go to bed at night to feed me while I sleep. I eat a shitload of rice, just the boil-in bag rice. Katie will cook. I mean, we'll make just normal stuff, breakfast food, eggs, all that stuff. Just we're just eating at home. It's just the calories are still there because I'm taking a lot of weight gainer to make up for like the high calorie fast food stuff. It's a lot less processed foods too. So I think that's what. And then right in here, what does a typical day of eating look like for you? So I hope that answered your question right there. I got into the diet right there for a little bit. When should I start to reload? Not sure what you mean, bro. Reload what? Paul Lawford's on here. What's going on, dude? How you doing? What do you spend on food per week? Just for me. That's a good question. I'd say when we order groceries probably twice a month, we're looking at like 250 to 300 bucks. So we're probably collectively spending about 600 bucks a month on groceries. So it's not like outrageous or anything like that. So yeah, not terrible. Oh, deload. Oh, when you start feeling like shit, Pierce. If things start feeling heavy, if you're not enjoying yourself, if it's becoming more of a chore than like a passion, time to deload. I'm still experimenting with it because I've never deloaded my entire career. When Ed said he went to Kingston, maybe on a roller coaster is your favorite. Yeah, fuck that, dude. No fucking way. I don't do girl. You know that. Cody's on here. What's up, Cody? Paul, what's going on, Paul? Multiply and single ply are different. If you go multi, then start there and learn it. There you go. Cody says, I was having a bad day in my metal shirt yesterday, so my thinking was, if I'm going to have a bad day, might as well make it real shitty. Go grab the bolt. There you go. Yeah, I think that bolt would be a lot suckier to use than the metal. Absolutely. Duncan. Hey, Jimmy, loving the info, brother. How would you advise structuring my non-shirted day? Been sort of all over the place with it. That's a good question. Not shirted just means you're not wearing a bench shirt. So sometimes I wear a slinger on the bench, slinger on the board, slinger on the floor press. Sometimes I go all the way raw. Not very often. A lot of upper end, like top end raw stuff, like lockouts, 2 and 3 board work, reverse grip mostly. It just depends. It just depends on what you need to work on. My Wednesday workouts always look pretty different. Matt Brooks, I suck at taking protein supplements. I need to get better. It's I think it's very important. They are called supplements. It's not supposed to be the bulk of your diet. It is meant to just supplement your already your diet that's already in place. But it is. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this shit without supplementation. see. Breaking in the 3-ply X Factor shirt took some time for sure. Yes, that's 3-ply X Factor from Mendy. That means the chest has 3 times 3, 9 layers right in the middle with those X patterns. So that's 9 layers. Yeah, that'd be hard to break in. Cripple says, every time I try to touch on my F8, it's a 3-ply, I always end up dumping the bar or ends up falling from my thumbs. What's the easiest way of touching that shirt? Well, I think that's if you're doing that, you're going beyond excessively low towards the belly. You're going way too low. You need to touch a little bit higher. So you're probably touching like middle abs, even closer down below that, and you're going to dump it every time. You have to bring it up a little bit. I'm not telling you to bench on your chest, but you have to bring it up. Probably like upper abs, like xiphoid process, that little bony protrusion beneath your sternum, probably a few inches below that. But if you're going down mid belly or lower, you're going to dump it every time. You have to bring it up a little bit higher. Let's see here. Oh, Dougie, hey Kolb, happy family, happy Easter, happy Easter to you as well. Yeah, I don't spend $100,000 a year on food. No, it's not that crazy, not at all. Paul Lawfer, I'm changing my Saturday bench day to reverse grip and upper back. Fantastic. Bench is built by your triceps and upper back. That's a wise move. Go to breakfast place before a meet. No, I don't, because that's not what I do prior to a big workout. So I don't change anything the day of the meet, because I don't know if I never do that and I go into a breakfast place before a meet, maybe that food's going to fuck with me, like in a way it'll upset my stomach or something. So I don't want to mess with that. I do exactly what I do in the gym on meet day. So I do not go to a breakfast place before a meet. Yeah, Dougie says, tried breaking in the bolt a few days ago. The quarter reps were terrible. I've heard rumors that those shirts are very hard to work in. Pierce says, reverse grip bench press hurting my elbows, technique problem or overtrain. I'd say you're overtraining. Now it is a more tricep dominant style bench press. So, yeah, I'd say just back off. I think you need to back off a little bit. You might be overtraining. What is the best brands for a squat, bench, and deadlift suit? I would go through Anderson Powerlifting. I'll plug them in real quick. Anderson Powerlifting. You can use my code Kolbstrong right there. They are a distributor for F8 Customs products as well as Titan equipment, Centurion squat suits, Velocity deadlift suits, Katana bench shirts, just to name a few that are really, really popular. They also have the Boss squat suits. They've got F6 bench shirts, and of course, all the F8 product as well, the F8 bench shirt, single, double, and triple ply. And if you use my code, Kolbstrong right there, it's 10% off anything on the store. Cody, I'm caught up on fucking Instagram. That's awesome. Cody Plum, I actually was hitting a 2-board pretty easily in my bolt. But I know under that is a whole nother single ply nightmare. There you go. Let's see. Natural Warrior. Hey, Jimmy, are you into intensity technique like drop set, rest pause, and the clusters for accessory work on triceps, rear delts, back, and arms? If yes, how much do you use? I use it all the time, bro. Besides the power moves, the bench, squat, deadlift, a lot of the other stuff I do is really like bodybuilding. I do a lot. I do supersets. I do drop sets, rest pause, a lot of the Weider principles. I use that shit a lot, actually, especially on back days. On back days, on bench accessory, when I'm trying to build muscle, like in my back and my chest, my shoulders. I use a lot of those bodybuilding techniques. I really do. Absolutely. Yes, Matt Brooks, Duncan and Doug Smithy said they're going to be in for the July meet. Carlito gave me a strong maybe. Holy fuck, that'd be dope as hell. that'd be just absolutely fucking cool as hell. Hell yeah, Matt. That'd be great. That'd be one fuck of a stacked me, wouldn't it? Hell yeah. And Paul Lawfer, oh, by the way, my hands hurt like hell from reverse grip. Get used to it. It'll never go away. The skin between your fingers will never toughen up. So when you're grabbing the bar, it's always going to hurt between the fingers. That knurling, that skin between your fingers never gets any tougher. And the bone, you'll eventually, the bone right there in the palm, that will get better with time. But yeah, it hurts. Matt says I'm going to try and stack it up. Let's do it. That's great. That's fantastic. Big Doc Markey, what made you get into quit powerlifting? I was into powerlifting from almost the very beginning. I met Adam Hicks, who at the time was the third youngest in history to bench 700 pounds back in 2003, 2004. And no, that's when he did it. But I met him in like 2007 or 2006. And he just said, "Hey, like I knew what bench shirts were. I just had no idea what the fuck to do or how to get one." He gave me a hand me down double denim Calvin Klein and said, "Hey, you want to try this?" And he taught me how to use it. I spent 4 years just training, non-equipped, just raw, just being a high school kid, just trying to be big and strong all around. And then I got into shirt benching very quickly after that. Yeah, I think Cody, if you keep working with that bolt, you're a better. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you're getting stronger. You overcame a very serious injury, and you're just like stronger than you were before the injury. So I think if you just keep working with it, I think you got something special there. The T Bay Deadlift King. What is your best reverse grip bench? My heaviest reverse grip bench ever was 900 pounds for a triple. As a kind of a deload this weekend, or this coming weekend, I had two routes. Either after doing 1,300 pounds for 5 yesterday off of one board, I was thinking, okay, I'll finally get back to 1,400 next week. But I'll tell you, I mean, I fucking vomited for the first time after a bench in like a year plus. I fucking took the trash can and just fucking went nuts in the trash can. So I think my CNS is probably a little bit fried. So going up to 1,400 pounds is probably not a great idea. So I might try to go reverse grip this coming Saturday and try to get my first 1,000-pound reverse grip bench. I might do that instead, since the weight is technically lighter, although the pain in the hands from reverse grip is immensely worse. Let's see. And Russell, you said your name is not actually Russell. It was Tony. I want to make sure I got that right. Let's see. Tony. All right. Tony says, I have carpal tunnel from being a chef and weightlifting. Stiff wraps are my friend. Yeah. Hey, stiff wraps. My KLA, Kilo Lima Alpha wraps from Anderson Powerlifting. The KLA 5000s. The all black 5000s are my absolute go-to wrap. I also really like the F8 wraps that Rob sends me as well. They're very comparable and sometimes better, but the KLA 5000s are absolutely like the staples in my benching. And then Big Dog Marky says, do you do coaching? I do coaching. I do. I just picked up Matt Brooks here last week, working with him. I'm working with Paul Wallace and Pat Porter, and I got two gentlemen over in the UK. So, but I'm kind of stuck full right now. I'm not going to take on anybody else right now. But if you want to DM me about it, so I have your information. But whenever a spot becomes available, I can definitely take you on. I coach equipped lifting. I'm not the raw guy, right? But I do get into coaching a little bit. Will you do 1,000-pound reverse bench in a shirt? Probably not a shirt. I'll probably do it in a slinger, like a F8 Widowmaker. My other thought was just to do like get a less aggressive shirt and just do like full range reps, like I did like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my plan is yet. I won't know until I get there. So we'll figure it out when we get there. Let's see. Matt Brooks, when he first got into powerlifting, wasn't it pretty much all equipped back then at the time? Oh, yeah. 2006 to 2010, it was just all equipped. That's the era of like Chad Ikes, Gary Frank, Andy Bolton, fuck, there's so many. Mike the Mule Miller, Vlad Alizov, like it was all equipped, just 1,200 pound squats all over the fucking place, 800-pound benches, Gene Richlack, Ryan Kennelly. It was all equipped. That's what I grew up in. Let's see. KLA 5000s. You have those ones. Good. Use them, Tony. Those are my favorite fucking wraps on the planet. Let's see here. Bicep grind. Hey, Jimmy, trying to get into reverse grip benching moving forward post pec tear. Oh, goodness. Is it supposed to have a longer range of motion? I can't seem to shave the inches off it like I can my pronated. If you're trying to bring it down to your chest, then you might not be able to shave inches off of it. You also have to put the rings of the bar right there in the palm to where about your pinky finger can cover the rings. So the ring's going to sit right here in the palm, so it's pretty wide. My range of motion is a lot shorter when I do reverse grip bench. So you might be just too close. You got to move your hands out and also bench down on your belly. You can't really bench you can bench on your chest, but it's better if you bring it down on your belly. Chowda, Daddy Dean. What's up, bro? Okay, dude says, what do you do for joints in terms of supplements? How do you look after that? How do you look after them? I don't take anything for joints. Maybe I should, but I've never needed them. I've not had any injuries, anything like that. So I'm good to go. I know glucosamine, fish oils are big. I don't take anything like that. I just don't have a need to. I know it's preventative. I probably should do it. I just personally don't take any. Paul Offer says, when doing floor tricep extensions, what rep range do you do? I'll do like sets of 5. I even worked up to a heavy set of 3 a few weeks ago. So I go really heavy on those, Paul. Matt Brooks. I know it's in a band shirt and partial range, but fun fact, that last set of 5 I did last Saturday was 5 pounds more than I broke my arm with in 2020 for not even a whole rep. See, Matt, so right there, dude, like you're good. You're good to go. You are not going to get hurt. I can't imagine how fucked up. I mean, Cody Plum, he had an arm break too. But I can't imagine coming back and trying to bench again after that stuff. But like, you are strong, and you're going to progress further than you think. You're fine. You're not going to. It's not going to happen again. Promise you that. Corinne Bennett, Kyrene, did you prefer the old powerlifting scene as compared to today? Absolutely. I think I grew up in the wrong era, or I grew up in that era. I think I would love to have been competing, like actively competing like I am now in that era. Yes. When it was still underground and misunderstood and social media wasn't such a fucking cluster asshole, fuck face, fuck you. It's just, any 12-year-old with an Instagram account is a fucking pro, you know what I mean? Like with a camera. Social media is just, it is what it is. I get to do this with you guys and answer questions and connect with you, but like 90% of the shit I see is just fucking garbage. It's just cringy as hell. So yeah, the powerlifting before social media, absolutely. It's just way better, way cooler. So, but you can't go backwards. You can only go forwards. That's the reality we live in. Let's see here. Yep, the glory. Jeff Johnson, what's up, bro? The glory years of equipped. That's what that's right. Back when I had with Paul Wallace, back when I started in 87, there wasn't a raw division of any kind. If you went raw, then you were still competing against gear lifters. Holy shit. Yeah. It's a long time ago. How long should I deload? Peter says. Give it a week. Just go to the gym and just bodybuild. Just have fun. Just lift weights and just kind of lift weights for fun, build some muscle. Just take it easy. Just take a week off. Cripple. I hope this isn't why your name is Cripple. He says, I broke my back and I still bench heavy. That's great. I'm glad to hear that shit. Love benching, dude. It's what drives me. Dougie says, I got the Element variety pack. Can't wait to try them all. Good, cool. Do you have a discount code that pertains to you so I can use it for the next purchase? I do not. I'm not sponsored by Element. Dave Tate is. Dave Tate has a code. If you listen to the beginning of his table talks, he usually gives out a code, or midway through. Sometimes he has a code for Element because he is sponsored by them. I am not. I am only sponsored by Anderson Powerlifting and F8 Customs. I don't have any supplementation sponsorship. I've not had a supplementation sponsorship in like 3 or 4 years. And I've gotten this far without any of that shit, or well, not without the supplements. I'm just saying, like, I've gotten through to a 1,350 pound bench without a supplement sponsor. So at this point, I'm like, fuck them. Like, I'll just keep buying the shit and add that into our budget, I guess. Let's see. Tony says, when you had to read about a meet in a magazine, yeah, Powerlifting USA, then it was Power Magazine after that, and then Muscle something, Muscle and Strength. I have a signed copy of a magazine from Brian Canelli here somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the moment. Matt Brooks, is there a reason you prefer the Element packets over Liquid IV? Yes, this just has a overall higher sodium content than the Element packets do. I think twice as much, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I know it's more. And my buddy Fabi from Ohio used to tell me, like, if something is truly like salty enough or sodium loaded enough, it's almost unpalatable. And the liquid IVs don't taste. They taste good. I just prefer the Element because it's literally got 3 ingredients: sodium, magnesium, potassium. That's it. It's clear. There's no dyes. I don't think the liquid IVs have dyes either, but I just prefer the Element because of the higher sodium content. Big Push, what's up? How do you feel about this crazy BS that social media is doing with the Dylan Mulvin shit? Dylan Mulvin. I don't know who that. Maybe my head's been under a fucking rock. I'm not sure what the Dylan Mulvin is. You could, yeah, my name is Cripple since I'm paralyzed. Oh, Jesus Christ. You came up with it yourself. Okay. Okay, good. Paul Offer, did you get the picture of the 50 kilo plate made by Titan Fitness? I think I did, yes. I haven't opened my messages earlier, but I saw one pop down. Yeah, 50 kilo plate made by Titan. I might have to inform our gym owner about that. We'll see. We'll see about that. Late to the party. Hey, everyone. What's going on? We got Zuki424 over here on YouTube. Yeah, Matt, try that shit. I prefer, so over here, Dougie says, I tried the watermelon flavored liquid IV and it tasted terrible and only had around 500, 600 milligrams of sodium. That confirms my suspicion. Element packets have 1,000 milligrams of sodium in one packet. There's the box, they come in like a box of 30. So yes, I was accurate. Liquid IVs only have between 500 and 600 grams of sodium. Element packets have 1,000. I can name it off the top of my head. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and like 50 milligrams of magnesium. Pretty sure that's right. So yeah, there you go. Dave Tate says the watermelon of the Element is his favorite. I'm not brave enough to. That sounds so stupid. I don't want to try it because everything watermelon flavored, in my experience, it tastes like cheap ass fucking bubble gum. So he says it's fantastic. I like the raspberry. That's what I always order, is the raspberry. I've tried the orange. I've tried the citrus. I've tried what the fuck else do they have? I've tried almost all of them. I will not try the habanero, the chili habanero, where the fuck that is. I will not try there's several that I won't do, but I do the raspberry, and the orange is not bad. Okay. Dawn says on YouTube, I'm with Dave and love the watermelon. No shit. Okay. I just ordered raspberry on Friday, but maybe when I'm out, I'll try watermelon next, since you're telling me it's good. So we'll go for that. Matt Brooks says, how's the chocolate? I haven't tried the chocolate. Dave says it's not bad, but I'm thinking, okay, chocolate, salty water. Yeah, that sounds like something I want to try. Then again, I drink chocolate, water, protein. It's just not salty. I believe David Harrington was one of my athletes, and he tried it. He didn't think it was bad. I just don't. I want some. I like fruity stuff. Like, that's why I like drinking aminos. Not that they do a lot, but like they taste good. So let's see. What do you think of the Team Canada coach who is a man, competed in the women's powerlifting and benched 370 and now has a Canadian women's bench record? I've not really looked into that story. I just kind of pay attention to me and what I'm doing and my crew and my fam. So I'm not really sure. Mike, what's going on, Mike? Let's see. For those of us dirt poor backyard ventures, how would you implement a slingshot and blocks? Well, blocks or boards are meant to develop a lot of tricep strength. It depends on what you need to work on. Maybe a slingshot day and a not slingshot day. Maybe boards one week and boards the other week. Rotate the boards: 3 board, 2 board, 1 board, half. You can lift more weight over shorter range of motion. So there's one reason why to use boards. Develop tricep strength by extending off the boards, not pushing. I know it's called a board press, but I call it a board extension to get it right. Okay. So there's a lot of things you can do. There's so many ways to program, so many ways to train these days. So it really depends on who you want to listen to, who you want to follow, and what you need more specifically is the most important part. I don't do requests, dude. Let's see. Here we go. Dougie says liquid IV is 45 calories, 510 milligrams of sodium, so about half an element, 380 grams of potassium, no magnesium. Element is 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 magnesium, potassium, and 60 magnesium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. I was 10 milligrams off of the magnesium. Toby Hurley, what's up, bro? Add in orange flavor from like a Mio or something similar, and it's really good. The chocolate element and orange flavor. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. An element has 5 to 10 calories depending on the flavor. So yeah, so the element packets have a significantly less amount of calories. I mean, I need calories, you know what I mean? But so less calories, twice the sodium content. Very similar, comparable. Potassium. And what Toby told me, he said, or Dougie, he said, in the magnesium is only in the element. The liquid IV does not have magnesium. Toby, what's going on? Are you going to be at the? We're going to a meet here April 29th. I've got 3 athletes doing it. It's Matt Brooks's first meet he's ever hosted, and I'm doing a meet end of July down in Elizabethton. I think it's called Elizabethton down in Tennessee. So I'll be at both of those. Toby's one of my judges. No shit. Oh, there you go. I got Matt Brooks down here on YouTube. If y'all want to see each other, bada boom. There you go. Yes, I do. I'm doing both platforms like I always do. So cool. You'll be all right. Sweet. You'll be one of the judges. I am also a judge now. Holy, if I didn't make that announcement, I told Matt. Yes, I'm judging that one in my first meet as a judge. Cool. I just became an IPA judge myself. National judge. I've got 5+ years, so that was one of the requirements. Took the test, scored a 94%. Missed 2 questions, 2 of the trick questions they had in there. So Fred Fisher called me. We talked about the 2 questions, went over it. We made up. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, you answered it like this. This is why it's wrong. But, that makes sense. So I'll have my shirt hopefully this week, and then offered to help Matt judge if somebody needs to step out, if somebody needs a shit break or a lunch break or gets tired. You miss the same. Yeah. So I'll be able to help judge meets. I think I'm going to go to the Strength Spectacular in June. Rob is moving it from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is 6 hours from my house, to York, Pennsylvania, which is 2 hours from my house. So we'll be at the Strength Spectacular. And that's awesome. So be up there to help Rob out and judge if need be. So that's awesome. Good to go. Anyway, so yeah, the next week is going to be quite a show for me, at least. Again, I'm going to record everything, put it on Patreon for you guys. I think I mentioned at the beginning that today's workout is not up yet. I will get that up as soon as the live is over with. Pretty successful. I mean, the lower body stuff, I know. So I didn't really go public with it, but 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, I popped my QL. I'm not really sure if I popped it or I don't know what it was, but it was weird. It's like I was doing a deadlift. It was a raw conventional deficit, beltless and strapless deadlift. And at the very, very top, my QL just went, I was like, ooh, that hurt. That's going to hurt in the morning. Put it down. And I couldn't walk the next day. So, but It was weird. And I couldn't walk on Monday. Tuesday was a little bit better. By Friday, I was able to walk around normal and bench on Saturday. So I was kind of nervous going in today. I took last Sunday off. Clearly, I didn't do anything on Sunday of last week. So I came in 2 weeks later, a little bit nervous to do anything because QL was really fucking pissed. I couldn't walk on Monday 2 weeks ago. But was able to pull something together and squatted really heavy on the SSB. We did SSB squats today. No knee wraps, just 2 layers of equipment, just a single ply briefs and a single ply suit, deadlift suit actually. So if everybody was wondering about the deadlifts, the suit I was wearing on my Instagram stories, that's actually a deadlift suit. I was squatting with it in the SSB. No knee wraps or anything like that. I fucking hate knee wraps. I don't know if anybody else does. Oh boy, allergies. I know I need to use them, so I'm actually going to get a pair of wraps from Anderson at some point. The lightest pair of wraps we have, the KLA 1000s, the lightest, stretchiest beginner wraps. Because I loathe wrapping up for squats. I fucking despise it. So we'll see what happens with that. Deadlifted after that, we pulled off of 2-inch blocks. I did raw. I mentioned at the beginning, I was able to hook grip up to 5 plates. I hook gripped 5 fucking plates today. Fuck yeah. So I've been trying to hook grip 5 plates for the last few weeks. Missed it. Couldn't do it. Finally, something clicked. I was able to fucking do it. Cool. Went up to 6 plates, 7 plates. Pulled, I think it was 3 doubles at 7 plates today, which was pretty cool. My QO was fine. Nothing happened. So good to go. Lower body work today was a success. Oh, man. Hope that's not too annoying. Let's see here. Tony says, thank you for mentioning using a TENS unit. I never thought to use one. I have one on order now. Can't wait to use it. Yeah, they're great. I definitely think it has its place. The Mark Pro, the one I have, they actually advertise it as you can also like condition your muscles. Like you work out and then you put on the muscles you worked out. It keeps them firing and it can condition them or something like that. I don't know. Matt Brooks says, I know Delafave has been known to take his opener in sleeves before because he hates wrapping his knees so much. Well, I can relate to that. Damn. That's a lot of work, but I understand. I fucking understand that. Oh, sorry, guys. It's the way it is. I saw Bob Merck get his, or it might have been Delafave. They wrapped their knees while standing. How smart is that? You don't squat sitting down, right? You squat standing. So they stood, had their knees wrapped while they were standing. I need to try that shit. Holy fuck. What an idea. Paul Loffer, what is your opinion on reverse grip on decline? Absolutely fucking do it. Absolutely do that shit. I 100% agree with that. I don't have a decline bench at our spot as we speak. Maybe someday we will. But absolutely, that'd be a hell of a tricep builder. Absolutely it would. What we got here? Hazem Gamal says you are the GOAT. Well, I appreciate that. I don't consider myself to be that, but I appreciate the encouragement. If y'all notice, I shaved. Yeah, no more mustache. Nope. I told you last week I was going to shave that fucker off, and I did. I was just doing this the whole fucking live. I couldn't stand it, so there you go. I told you I was going to shave. And Tony says I have crazy allergies myself. I feel you. Yeah, I live in the South, so it's fucking worse. They developed in Ohio, and we moved to Virginia, and now it hasn't improved. So, Zuki424 says hook grip is definitely worth the trial and error. I'm starting to realize that I can pull in such a perfect position. Not that I'm a great deadlifter. I'm getting better at it though. I'm in such a better position with both hands pronated. So I'm learning hook. I just came up with a good revelation. I've talked about it several times on here about grabbing the knuckle of the thumb rather than the nail. So here rather than here. And that's really helped. So yeah, we'll see. God damn. Let's see. Keith Stitch hopped on here. What's up, bud? Are there any meets you plan to do this year? JMCA Powerlifting says, yeah, I'm doing the an IPA meet that Matt Brooks is co-hosting in July. That's gonna be the one. I have a really good feeling that's gonna be the day. After that, I don't have any plans. To my knowledge, I don't have any plans after July. I might take July, June, July, August. I might take August off and just deload that month. So that seems to be a trend that I'm doing right here. I took a month after my last meet, 1350 in West Virginia. Came back after the Arnold, and now I'm hitting PRs every fucking week. So I might take all of August off after the meet in July, and then go from there. We'll see. Smashcock says, have you ever utilized fat grips or fatter, heavier bars? I have not. That's had about probably like a 0.005 of a percentage of all my training in all 18 years I've been doing this, almost 19 years now. So no, I don't do that crap. I know some people do. I don't have any relation to it. Stitch, deadlifts, or floor presses? What are you talking about, Keith? Definitely, I would floor press before I would ever want to do a deadlift. Dougie says, would you ever do a full power meet or wanting to bench a specific number beforehand? Here's the thing. In July, I'm trying to bench 1,400 pounds. That's the goal. Minimum 1,400 pounds. And then after that, I can open myself up to some other ideas like full power. But I have to hit that 1,400 pounds first. Where's that July meet at? It's down in Matt Brooks. Help me out. Is it Elizabethton, Tennessee? Well, I'll get an answer for you here in just a second from Matt Brooks. And Matt Brooks himself says Merck is the one that does that. So standing up while you wrap your knees. Thank you. Jesus. I think he said it's because it's easier than sitting down and getting back up, honestly. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that too. But that's why they tell you to do like standing ab work, because you stand while you squat or deadlift. So you want to like do abs while standing. And then I figured, oh, well, if I wrap my knees while I'm standing, I'll be in perfect position to squat. So, okay, yes. Okay. It's pronounced Elizabethton. Okay. Elizabethton. Yes. And then I got confirmed by Tony. Yes, Elizabethton. So that's down in Tennessee, on the border between Tennessee and, I'm not sure I spelled it right. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, Tennessee. That's right. There you go. And then we got any tips on dealing with pec strains? Don't bench raw. Listen to your physician if you have one that's helping you out. Wear a protective piece, a Widowmaker or a Ram or something like that. Don't go heavy. Still, you got to keep the muscles moving, but you don't want to like freeze up and stop moving. But you definitely do not want to bench raw, because that's just going to make it worse. And then Tony says he's in Tennessee, Seymour to be exact. Awesome. Let's see here. The JMC A Powerlifting says, how much do you get out of the bench shirt? What would you estimate your raw bench to be? Don't have a clue. I don't bench raw. I don't care for raw. Matt Brooks, I train in Kingsport. Come and bench with me sometime. Fuck yeah. I don't do video requests there, whoever the fuck that is. Nope. Toby Hurley says, let's see, I'm just going to, let's see here. Anyway. Toby Hurley says, 365 Strong World Powerlifting Fed has a push-pull here September 23rd in Roanoke, Virginia. No shit. Okay. Oh, Toby, they'll have an FA bar and calibrated plates. I'm not trying to, I don't like dogging too hard unless it's the USAPL, of course. But the 365 Strong Federation, I'm not a huge fan of. I've had actually meet directors reach out to me. Hey, would you consider lifting in our federation? I'm like, respectfully, no, I would not, because I'll explain why. But it comes down to, I see that federation bring it. Y'all, you're laughing. Okay, so you know where I'm going with this, Toby. They bring down the standard. I'm being brutal. You cannot fucking argue this with me. The standard of the bench is being brought down. When you have guys handing off the bench and their hands don't even leave the bar until the weight is more than halfway down to their chest or their stomach. They can hang over the bar. They have their hands underneath the bar. They don't have to move out of the way of the judge. It's you can't argue with me about that. That's literally that's fine for we do that shit in training. That's fine. But for the platform, that's fucking ass. And the 365 Strong Federation allows it. And it drives me nuts. I mean, there's guys whose hands are on the bar almost the entire fucking. I don't how is that legal? I don't fucking understand it. So I'm going to lift in federations where that's not allowed, and the standard is upheld, right? So that's why I don't lift in that crappy federation. I'm sorry. A lot of people do. That's fantastic. I want to lift to a standard, and I want to lift in federations that uphold that standard. There you go. Toby says, dang, I'll probably still do it because it's fit. Dude, if it's 15 minutes from your house, absolutely do it. I wish a meet could be that close to my fucking house. Even at our gym, like our city that the gym is in would be fucking fantastic. Our gym wants to actually host an IPA meet. I've talked to Matt Brooks about getting this sanctioned. So at some point, maybe this year, maybe not, we want to host an IPA meet at our gym, either like a bench, like a push-pull or a bench only or some shit like that. And I've never been able to just drive to my gym and do a meet. It's never happened. So if it's that close, do it. But otherwise, yeah, he says, but yeah, that's trash. It is trash. It's fucking garbage. I can just that they're on my list of 5 federations I'll never compete in. If that tells you anything. Or federations that I fucking hate. And in that list is included USAPL, USPA. And I think one of the I had a judge tell me like, oh, it's for the safety of the lifter. I get that shit. I fucking understand. That's why I train that way. We train that way. They stay on the fucking bar. On the platform, I'm sorry. You have to get the fuck out of the way. No soft handoffs. Let the judge judge the lift without you hovering over the bar the whole fucking lift. That's how I lift. That's how all my records have been set. You want to beat one of my records and lift in that crappy federation, that's fine, but I'm not going to recognize you for doing such. I'm being brutally fucking honest with that shit. Beat me with the same standard. Went down a rabbit hole. Caleb says, I got my first meet in September in South Virginia. Sweet. We're in North Virginia. We're in Nova. Oh, yeah. We're in Nova. People are so proud to live in Nova. I went to a gas station. There was a map. I think I've said this before. And it split Nova in half. And it said like Northern Nova and Southern Nova. I'm like, Southern Northern Virginia? How fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. You split the northern half and call it Southern Nova and Northern Nova. Northern North Virginia and Southern North Virginia. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. Matt Brooks says, every meet I've ever done, with the exception of the SPF meets, I've always had to drive 4+ hours away. Same fucking here. Well, York's 2 hours, so I can say at least 2.5 hours. And I usually try not to compete there. I just simply because you don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Caleb says, no, there's 2 Calebs on here. I got Caleb Owens and I got a Caleb Roberts. What part of Virginia are you in? And we're in, our gym is Manassas Park. Yeah, and then Toby's down in Roanoke. Yeah. Let's see. And then Tyler Pellet says, what are your favorite accessory for raw bench press? I am not a raw bench presser, so I don't really have a lot of accessories. All of my shit is tailored towards the equipped bench, at least as we speak. Paul Offer says, I totally agree. I won't compete at 365 Strong ever again because they have terrible rules and no integrity. So it's not just me. There you go. There's more testimony for you. Thank you, Paul. Let's see here. The Barbell Viking says, Any tips for reducing upper forearm stress with single ply bench? Using single ply super katana, forearm strength not currently a noted issue. Forearm strength not currently a noted issue. If your forearms are getting, if their forearms are feeling beat up or getting not injured but like hurt a lot or feeling hurt, you probably need to. That's what I had to do. I had to admit that to myself that my forearm development was lagging as compared to everything else. The weights in the bench kept getting higher and higher. And I wasn't paying attention to my forearms because you don't really think about the forearms in the bench. But well, in fact, they are extraordinarily important. Start working them, high reps, high volume, a lot of lactic acid. Just build them like a fucking bodybuilder. Other than that, I mean, I cut mine quite extensively. I roll them out. I scrape them. I do TENS unit. There's a lot of it's constant maintenance when it comes to me and my fucking forearms, and all my patrons can attest to that, how much I fucking bitch and complain about it. Howard, I did not get the email. I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if you... Let me type it in here real quick for you. So it's strong at email.com. There's the email again. I did not get it, Howard. I did not see it. It didn't come through. I don't know if you missed a letter in there or something like that, but it's THEVKolbstrong at Gmail. I didn't see it. I'm sorry, bud. Keith Stitch says lots of wrist curls. I do like a lot of the arm wrestler stuff, cables and bands and wrist curls, wrist extensions, leverage work with the mace. Like I do a shitload of forearm work per week. You mentioned last week a couple tricep accessories. Could you explain the arm angle of your single arm push downs? Yeah, so it's literally just like, so I'm standing at the cables. I have the single cable handle attachment, and I'm just extending from right here, just like that. Nothing fancy, just a normal push down, but it's just one-handed, just like that. That's all it is. Sometimes I'll actually set the handle down lower to where my starting point is not here, but here, or even down at the quarter. I'll do little quarter reps with real heavy weight. So I move it up and down quite a bit. What's up, Thomas? How you doing? Paul Loffer says, I will compete in the IPA for now. I will do my best to support Matt Brooks here in Tennessee. There you go, Matt. Fantastic. All right. So, no, I'm sorry again, Howard, about the video. I just saw that. Yeah, no. So try resending it. I know it's been 2 weeks. But no, I did not see it. It did not come through. Anyways, yeah, I went on a stint about garbage federations and their garbage fucking rules, and I got distracted. So, but yeah, so otherwise, I sent it to that email. I'll check it again and try sending it again. Okay. Or Howard, if you, I don't know how else you can do it. I don't know if you have Instagram or if you have Facebook. You can do Facebook Messenger. You can do Instagram DMs. Just to make sure it gets to me. Alexander Amon's on here. Hey, bro, I got your the Mad Spotter hooks came in. I did a video about you on Patreon there, so hopefully you saw that. Thank you very much, Alexander, for the funds to be able to buy this Mad Spotter hooks. That's going to be a game changer with the dumbbell work on the bench press. Let's see. Lath Smith, how many sets and reps do you run your heavy Saturdays? It's mainly how you feel, like you said, you've programmed in the past. Yeah, it's mostly I have a goal for the day. Sometimes it's extravagantly just, in the stratosphere. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that's doable. I usually work up to that one max effort, like blinding set. When I hit the 1300 for 5 yesterday, I went blind after rep 4. Now on the 1200 for 10, a few weeks prior to that, I went blind after rep 7. I couldn't see anything for the last 3 reps. 1300 for 5 was just about as fucking hard as 1200 for 10. So I have a goal in mind, a goal weight, a goal board, a goal number of singles, or a goal number of doubles. So it really varies week to week, workout to workout. It's always something different. Okay. So Thomas says, I'm doing good, man. Thanks. What about you? I'm doing well. Last 2 weeks, I've been having a slight issue with my supercharged RAM bench, though. Next part in next message. Okay. Alex says, I didn't see that. Glad they helped out. You're welcome. No, thank you again. That was fucking fantastic. I really appreciate that, Alex. Caleb Owen says, what are some federations you like? Primarily the IPA. I just became a national IPA judge. Fuck yeah, I can give back a little bit more. Once in a while, I'll do RPS meets. I kind of fell out of favor of those. What else? I have liked the APF in the past. I'm not going to comment on that situation, but I've done UPA meets before with success. WABDL meets, WABDL. Love the WABDL Federation, but they're just like they're like not around anymore. What the fuck happened? So that's primarily but right now it's like all IPA, just IPA. Matt Brooks, when you say you went blind, does everything go black or white? It's mostly and what would cause that? I think it's just the CNS and the load. It's not going black. I'm not like losing air. It's literally like everything starts to like is like fuzzy. Like everything turns fuzzy, and I can see shapes and shades, kind of. So it's not going dark. I'm not losing like consciousness. I'm not passing out. It's just literally like everything starts to get like fuzzy and dull. I think it's just my CNS being overloaded. The most reps I've ever done with 1,300 pounds in any shirt off any board in the past was 2. So to come out of nowhere and hit 5, my CNS was rocked fucking really, really hard. So that's what probably causes it, just an overload of the CNS. Thomas says, I'm shrugging too much on my top lifts with the unrack liftoff. Feels mad shitty. Weak back or not enough leg drive to push back into the pad. It might be a combination of both. You have to have a strong upper back with a lot of endurance to maintain that pinch and down position with the shoulder blade. If you're pinched and up, you don't want to be that way. You have to pinch and be down. But you got to use your lower body to drive up the pad. Constant leg drive. If you leg drive and set up, and then you slack off the legs, you're going to sink. You have to drive with your legs. Like your legs should be cramped after you do a heavy bench. Like when we went to eat pizza, the one time we did eat out this week, right? Went to get a case of pizza at our favorite spot, and sat down talking with Dean, talking with Chris and Owen, everybody. I stood up and both of my quads cramped. I had to sit back down. I was like, what the fuck? And every step I took, my quad was cramping up on me every fucking step. So that's how hard I'm pushing with my fucking legs the entire lift. It's absolutely needs to be a thing. Mike, what's up? You do any extended range of motions movements for bench training? I don't. Personally, I want to protect my shoulders. The only time I do extended range of motion might be like the dumbbell work I did on Saturday on Patreon, where I do like a very low incline dumbbell work, where I'm really taking the dumbbells and stretching the pecs and loading the pecs and like sitting in that stretch position for like 2 to 3 seconds before pressing in an effort to build muscle. But besides that, I don't do that at all. Let's see. Matt says, I feel like I need to get more meat in the middle part of my traps. Do you have any advice? Absolutely. You're talking to the right guy, because that's my weak spot. And I've been targeting that with my back days. Anytime if you want to hit the middle meat of your back, that's exactly what I call it. Middle meat, right in the middle of the back. So anytime you do rows, you want to row high, not down low. If you do row low, you're going to hit a lot more lats. If you want to hit that middle meat, you have to row high. So high rows, machine high rows, barbell high rows. Tons of, dude, you need to shrug. Shrug your fucking dick off. Even Louis said he tries to get his guys to shrug more often. They never would. Shrug. Barbell shrugs, highs shrugs with the SSB. One of my favorite ways to fucking shrug on earth. Highs SSB shrugs. That's the top of the traps. In the middle of the traps, you do things like laying on an incline bench and doing like shrug kind of at a backward angle. face pulls, just all that good stuff. You got to hit all the rows that are high and really focusing on pinching the shoulder blades. When you train lats and you pull the arm low, you don't have to try to pinch your shoulder blades together to get the lats to work. When you're pinching your shoulder blades together, that action is working all of the what we're calling the middle meat between the shoulder blades and stuff. That's how you have to do it. Okay, and Howard, I'm going to write that down, actually. So you said it might be coming from Mighty Duck. Hang on. M-A Mighty. Okay, I wrote that down. Mighty Duck. Absolutely. Who has more speeding tickets, you or Kate? I think me. She has one. I do 90% of the driving on the vehicle, so I'm getting very close to 200,000 miles on our Mazda. Very proud of that because it runs like a fucking champ. I love that car. I've done about 95% of all the driving on that vehicle, so I would say she has one confirmed speeding ticket. I think I have at least, I think 3, maybe 4. And I don't like driving fast. I drive like an old man, so that's rare for me. But I do have a few. Oh, Wabdell canceled Wisconsin and are going back to Vegas this year. Oh, okay. Interesting. Toby says mine will do that with heavy squats and benches. Go super fuzzy. There you go. The fuzzy and dull is because the pressure is literally distorting your eyeballs. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, I didn't need to hear that. Oh, shit. The fuzzy and dull is because the pressure is literally distorting your eyeballs. That makes me kind of sick to my stomach. I can't think of that. Oof, moving on. Last question from Lath. He says, I want to work reverse grip bench into my program more. Should I run as primary exercise or run as auxiliary for like 3 to 8, 10 reps? 3 by 8 to 10 reps. No, I would do it both ways. I think everybody should bench backwards more often. Maximum effort, medium effort, reps, singles, boards, floor press. Benching backwards has changed my fucking life. I can't talk enough about reverse grip bench. So you can do both. Try both. See which one works best for you. And then Tom says, yes, it's indeed pinched and up. So try more leg drive first and get higher on my traps and back. If that doesn't fix it, we could definitely, it's definitely part back. Yes, I agree with you, Thomas. That leg drive can never stop. You're driving with your legs it's like a stat. If you loaded up the leg press and brought the leg press halfway down and were holding it halfway with your legs, like that constant leg drive. That's what you have to do in the bench. That leg, that tension on the lower body never backs off. Okay, cool. We're caught up. Matt Brooks says, I've only ever had a single speed ticket in my life before. Thankfully, I drive like a grandma because I can't afford tickets. And Leif, you're welcome, man. Love the content you put out. I'm here every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. If you don't want to hop on, I'm always here. My DMs are also open on Instagram. Okay. The short version of the story of why I drive like a fucking old man is because I was being really fucking stupid once. I had a 98 Ford Taurus SHO. Oh, and some dick face in a little fucking rice burner Honda wanted to pass me on a back road. I said, you didn't know what the fuck you just passed, did you? Caught up to him, passed him as he's fucking flooring it, fucking passed him with that, high revving Yamaha V8. Went over a hill, hit some black ice. This is the middle of the winter, and hit black ice, spun around 3 times, and totaled the car and went into a ditch. Scariest fucking thing I've ever done in a car before. So that's why I drive slow. I was being fucking stupid. I only had that car for like 5 weeks and totaled it. So I kicked myself in the ass ever since because I loved that fucking Taurus. The Taurus SHO. It's not the legendary V6 Yamaha, but the V8 came out in 98 and it was just a fucking little monster. Tuned suspension. Oh, geez. Oh, fuck. It was a fucking awesome car. So that's why I don't drive like a fucking asshole anymore. Cripple says, since I have no leg drive, I hit back 3 days a week and hit triceps on both bench days. Is that good? Fuck yeah, that's good. You have to make up for it. Since you're in that situation, yeah. you don't have the leg drive. So it's just like everybody else who, if you took our legs completely out of the lift and say what are those, a Larson press or a floor press, you'd have to rely more heavily on the triceps and the upper back. So that's absolutely a smart move. Absolutely a good thing to do. And then Mike 198, he says, floor press with competition grip. You ever do these? I would only do those with a competition grip if I'm wearing a protective piece like a Widowmaker. My best performance on the floor press with a piece in the Widowmaker is, I think, 1,000 for one rep, but I've done 1,005 for a triple on the paused floor press in a combination of F8 inserts. So not the construction of a Widowmaker, but like the actual inserts. I've done 1,005 for a triple with the competition grip. So that's the only time I would do a floor press. I don't do a floor press really in equipment because floor press always fucking just hurt my pecs. I don't know why. It never felt good on my body. But once I started adding protective pieces in there, then I found success. Matt Brooks says, do you see value in Larson presses? I don't. That's why I'll never program that shit for you guys. I don't. I think it's kind of silly. I mean, he had no choice. Like he was. I don't want to. Would you say he's handicapped? I mean, his legs didn't work, right? He had to bench that way. So that's why it became coined the Larson press. But no, that's no. I see a lot of the SBD kids do that shit. I think it's fucking hilarious. They do their 30-second, arched bench setup, their little self handoff, and then at the last second they go, dude. It's like that's not enough variation to make a huge difference in your training. But they think it is. They do their SBD workouts 5 days a week. So a variation on the bench for them is just kicking their legs out. It's like, how about shit? I don't know. How about you do a board extension? How about you do a close grip bench? How about a floor press? How about an incline? They don't do any of that shit. They just fucking kick their legs out. So no, I think a Larson press would be kind of silly. I'd rather just do a floor press at that point. That's why I just don't. I think Larson presses are just kind of, I don't think they're necessary. Let's see here. Does a regular grip on the bar hurt you? No, well, see, you're putting if you go raw with a competition wide grip, there's a lot more shoulder involvement, more rotation on the shoulder. It can actually hurt your shoulders. So if you're raw, I suggest going on the reverse grip or a little bit more narrow, like medium. But that's why. Now, if you're wearing a protective piece like a Benchert or a Widowmaker or a Supercharged Ram or something like that, then you can definitely go all the way out because you have the protection for the shoulders. Close grip on floor press with equipment, please. Yes. I mean, are you asking or telling? I'm not sure what you mean. Larson had back problems. His legs, he had underdeveloped, muscle deficiency or something in his legs. Mike's saying Larson had back problems. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Yeah. But yeah, so what we got going on this month has been fucking fantastic. I touched bases on the fact that I took a month off of the heavy stuff after this past meet, a Chris Dividends meet in West Virginia. I kind of did it by I almost didn't have a choice. I did 1350. Super fucking happy about that number. I'm sick of it now, but I was super happy about it then. And my forearms were just fucking always hurting. I mean, like I said, on Patreon, I bitch about it constantly, if you guys can vouch for that. And then I was like, well, I got the Arnold coming up in like 4 weeks. I didn't have to prep for it, but I had to kind of just like get in like Arnold bench meet mode. So I didn't go heavy the entire month of March or February. The whole month of February, I went light. Nothing above 1,000 pounds. Never once. So I went very, very, very light. Did the Arnold, won that with 1,000-pound bench. And then I didn't go heavy again until definitely not the week after the Arnold because I was fucking sick. I got really sick from the Arnold. Oh boy. 2 ear infections, sore throat, all the cough and all that bullshit. So it was like 2 weeks after the Arnold where I got back to benching. And I just started at 1,000 pounds at full range reps of that 4x5 I hit with 1,000 pounds. And that was a huge, I had done 1,000 pounds for 5 reps full range for 1 set before that. I did 4 sets of 5. Huge fucking PR. But I took that month and a couple of weeks off of the really, really heavy stuff. My forearms were in great shape. They're a little pissed after this weekend with the 1,300 for 5. They're a little upset. I'm going to have to cup them tonight and kind of get ahead of that and kind of get them to calm down a little bit. So that means they just, I'm hitting PRs left, even on Wednesday bench, I'm hitting PRs. So I'm going to train for this meet. Repping 1,000 is crazy. Yeah. It's on my Instagram page. And I tried to cut, I had to squeeze it down into a 60-minute or 60-second video. So I really had to cut a lot of the like handoffs and stuff out. But yeah, 4x5 with 1,000. So I might take another, like, so yeah, I understand what you mean. Repping, you're right. It's just, so I'm going to prep for this meet in July. And like I said earlier, I might take the whole month of August off. Like just have fun and just bodybuild and go light for a month. Because it's so far, the break has done me nothing but wonders. It's been fucking amazing. It really has. The Art of Wolf says, will you be uploading this live on YouTube? I'm not sure. Katie does a lot of the logistics with the YouTube and stuff. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it goes up on YouTube. The podcast itself gets up on our podcast, like Anchor, and you can listen to it and stuff. And then the actual videos, I believe, go up on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. Zuki424 says, as a mediocre rawlifter, I can say I never got anything out of the Larson press. There you go. The Matt Brooks says they do. The videos do, in fact, go up on YouTube. So thank you, Matt. I don't do a lot of, I do the lives, but when it comes to the logistics and like the uploading and the yada yada, a lot of that's Katie. So thank you, Matt, for confirming they do go up on YouTube. Thomas says 20,000 pounds work sets volume bench. Yeah. Well, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, it's 1,000 pounds. That's literally a 350 pound deload from my max. So like, 1,000 pounds is what? Percentage wise, a grand of 1,350 is what? Like 70% or 80%, somewhere in there. I can't do the math in my head, but so yeah, I mean, it was a deload. It really was. I mean, the reps were hard, but the weight itself was extraordinarily light. Okay, I'm not going to say that. That sounds so fucking stupid. The weight was lighter than my normal working load in my competition max. There we go. So, anyhow, but yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm excited to go compete. Excited to see Matt Brooks here in a couple of weeks. And Matt says that 1,000 pounds is literally 74%. That's. And Thomas, thank you. 74%, 1,000 from 1,350. Interesting. That's kind of nuts. Anyhow, so yep, excited to see you, Matt. It's gonna be fucking awesome. So yes, it's gonna be a fucking great few months. I'm really looking forward to July again. Like I'm planning on opening at 1,400 or 14, slightly above 1,400 pounds. I'm done being in the 1,300s. I'm sick of that fucking number. 1,320, 1,350. That's cool and all. I'm fucking over it. I want to move on to the next best thing. And then the one of the biggest questions I get is, well, what happens after 1,400? I'm obviously, if you know me from Patreon or YouTube members, I'm training for full power. But I have to bench 1,400 pounds before I decide to do anything else. I'm very confident it's going to happen in July. So we'll have to see. My ultimate life goal, I've said this before, but I'll hold on one sec. Thomas says should do 5x5 1,080 for 80% West Side method. Yikes. That's a lot. I'll get to the warm up here quickly, but my life goal where I could say I am happy with that number, I can move on and pursue other things in the sport, is 1,500. If I can do 14, I'm pretty sure I could try to do 1,500. It's going to suck, The one time I wanted to handle it, I pushed out. I went down to I had like 1463 or some bullshit like that. So it's definitely in the future. I just don't know how long it's going to take to get there. I do think it's possible. So I have to do one goal at a time and think about one thing at a time. So right now it's July, it's 1400 or more, and then we'll figure out the rest after that. How would you warm up for 1400? Well, I always start with the empty bar. I do the empty bar for 2 to 3 sets sometimes to get all the blood going, wide grip, close grip, reverse grip. Every set after that that's not protected or raw, I do reverse grip. So 1 plate, 2 plate, 3, 4. Throw a slinger on, do like a high 5 or 6, throw my shirt on for 700 plus, do some little quarter reps. At Dividends meet, I went out to the platform and took my last 2 warm-ups on the platform bench. 1,000 pounds to a 2 board and 1155 to a 1 board, I believe it was. My opener was 1250. I missed it, couldn't touch. My second attempt was 1328. I was a ball hair from touching. I pressed it anyway because I got pissed. And I benched 1350 on a third. So for 1400, my last warm-up weight, 1,200 pounds is not a fucking warm-up. It's still very fucking heavy. I sometimes I talk like it's just 1,200 pounds is fucking heavy. Don't get it twisted. My last set, I'll say it that way. My last set before opening at 14 would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of between 12 to 1,250 pounds. And then I'll go out and hit 1,400 pounds on an opener. That's how I would do it. Matt Brooks says, let's bench Friday night before the meet. Ooh, well, I'll think about it, Matt. Because we're driving in that Friday about 5.5 hours. And we're only staying one night, again, for trying to be financially wise as adults here. So after the meet's over with, we're driving straight back to Virginia. That's going to suck. Oh, man, it's going to suck. God damn it. Anyway, but I'll get back to you on that, Matt. We'll see. Zuki424 says, pushed out with 1463. Shame on you. No, I got intimidated. I backed out. I did. I was like, I'm going to go to 1,500 pounds and handle it for the first time in my life. And I got intimidated. I backed out of it. I did. Doesn't happen very often, but that number scared me and I didn't want to do it. Mike says, been doing dumbbell and barbell shrugs a lot. What do you think? Keep fucking doing it. Keep doing it. I do them all the fucking time. My favorite way to shrug is actually the SSB Highs shrug. That is my absolute favorite way to shrug. But dumbbell and barbell are just as good and comparable. And then Lamna says, I saw you in a squat suit. Does that mean you were heading to break some records there too? Massive fan, though. You're very inspiring. Thank you very much for the kind words. Yes, I'm training for full power as we speak. I was actually squatting in a deadlift suit. A couple people figured that out from the picture, but not a lot of them. Let's see here. And then skull crushers and press down 2 times a week, close grip spoto presses. What do you think? You always have great ideas, Mike. I never have anything to say like negative because you always have great ideas. So yeah, keep doing that shit. Toby says, Jimmy, you've earned the right to say 1,200 pounds is a warm-up for your bench press. Well, thank you. Doing the same thing, Jimmy. Yeah, okay. One night, stay and drive back after. Yep, it's just $70 for a hotel instead of 140, 150. I just can't justify. It's going to be easier. I can't stay 2 nights. It's just gotta be a fucking adult and think about our expenses. Anyway. Matt Brooks says, I'll be weighing everyone in and getting the platform set up, so I'll be gassed. But if you're down, then I guess so am I. I might do, yeah, I might. Or if I'll do like a raw volume day or so. I might not like shirt up or do anything crazy, but I'm supposed to, since that's not this coming weekend, it's the following, that lines up to be a deload week for me. So I might just do like a really light raw day or something, but I'll still bench. I got to get something in, so we'll see. We'll figure it out. Matt Brooks says, one of my favorite shrug variations is holding kettlebells by bands. Doing like 4x20 superset with band pull-aparts really lights you up. Well, there's a fucking cool idea. And it's a superset. We talked about supersets earlier, right? That I do supersets a lot, like a lot of the Wiener principles when it comes to building muscle. Not that I look like I have a lot of muscle, but I'm trying. And what deadlift suit are you using? I'm wearing a Titan Velocity deadlift suit to squat with. I had a single ply pair of briefs underneath. And it turned, I put straps up for the final set of I was using SSB today. It worked. Is it the best thing in the world? Probably not, but it worked. I had a great day. So it was awesome. Yeah, single ply Titan Velocity at AndersonPowerlifting.com. If anybody wants Anderson Powerlifting products, your go-to superstore for powerlifting, use Kolb Strong right there. My Instagram handle is a discount code for anything at AndersonPowerlifting.com. So not commission for me. It's just a discount for you as the customer, 10% off your order. The Hodgemeister. Any tips for long-term programming? How flexible are you with deload weeks? I don't know. Let's see. Any tips for long-term programming? I am not long-term. I don't know. My programming is not extraordinarily structured. I just keep my athletes guessing with like insane variations and things that are very challenging. So always challenge yourself. Don't do the shit that's fucking easy. Always be challenged in some way, shape, or form. Build as much muscle as you can and handle heavy weights. Eat a lot of fucking food. How flexible are you with deload weeks? I don't know. Right now, I'm trying this new thing where I do 2 weeks on and 1 week off for me because I need something different. But for 17 years of my career, almost 18 years of my career, I've never deloaded. I've always just lived heavy year round. So I can't attest to whether programmed deload weeks are a thing, like a good thing yet, because I'm just now, I did my first rotation of 2 weeks on, 1 week off. And it's worked so far, but it's only been one rotation. So we'll see how it works as time moves on. And then Mike, Boss squat suit, you have one. I just got my first Boss suit from Jeff Frank, a legendary 1200 plus squatter himself. He gave me a suit that doesn't fit him. It doesn't fit. Son of a bitch, it doesn't fucking fit. I had to send it over to Rob Farrell. He said he'd work on it. He's going to open it up for me because it's getting caught on my fucking hips, which is strange. I don't have developed enough lower body to have a suit get stuck on my fucking hips, but I guess if it's too small, right? So I have one. I was so heartbroken. I tried to get into it the first week I got it, and it wouldn't fit. I was like, son of a fucking bitch. So I had to squat in my single ply briefs that day. I was so excited for that. So I have it. I have not sent it to Rob. I texted him. I said, hey, can you do this? Can you work on it, my suit? He says, oh yeah, I'll work on it. So I have yet to send it out, but what he's probably gonna do is I would imagine cut it down the sides, open it up like an inch or two, and add material to it and sew it all back together. I don't want lace ups because it adds so much fucking complexity. And multiply guys can come at me all you want, but I think it adds so much complexity to a squat suit on top of the straps and the knee wraps and the yada yada. And so I don't want lace ups. I just want a bigger, like solid piece suit. So I'm trying to plan a trip to go visit Rob. I might just bring the suit with me instead of like shipping it and then saving him shipping as well. That'll make no fucking sense because he's gonna have to work on it. It's gonna take more than a day and then send it. Anyway, Rob's gonna work on it for me and get it set right. So yeah, for now, I'm just squatting with my Velocity suit, my deadlift suit. It's not meant for it. They're built differently because the deadlift is not a squat. So the suits have to be built a little bit different. But it worked today. Amber's on here. What's up, Amber? Pro-Am is next week or the week after, Amber? It's next week, right? Amber Hansen, everybody. One of the greatest multiply female lifters to ever fucking live. What's going on? Pro-Am, like I said, I think it's next week. We're going to stream it on one of the TVs in the gym so we can watch. Squats looking fire, but thank you. They worked out good today. Even though my straps on the deadlift suit are not Velcro, they're just like the normal like sewn straps. When I put them up, it felt very fucked up. Like I felt at home with straps down, but when I put those straps up, it changed the whole fucking dynamic of the suit and how it felt. It felt very, very odd having straps up. Is that normal? This Saturday and Sunday women's pro-am. There you go, everybody. So look for that over in Cincinnati at the Laura Phelps Pro-am. Saturday is the amateur day and Sunday is the pro day. And Amber Hansen is going to be competing there. Yeah, and Amber says, oh yeah, straps up, change everything. Okay, thank you for confirming that. It's a work in progress. I hate that fucking SSB mark. It's so fucking hard to use, but if that's going up, I'm assuming everything else will go up as well. You're definitely one of the best to do it, Amber. There you go. Nice. Thank you, Toby. Absolutely. And then, okay, dude just says, I just realized your bench record is 200 pounds higher than second. What the fuck, dude? Oh, oh, is it? Yeah, I guess. So somebody did 1150, I guess. Yeah, cool. And Paul Wallace says, yes, it's normal. Pull the ass a lot tighter. Okay, cool. Could you also, I guess, because you can pull the straps this way or that way, right? You can pull them to the front or kind of pull them to the back. So if it feels too much, could I like drape the excess strap kind of like behind me or in front? Like, will that also change? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm not really a good squatter. Howard Weingarten, YouTube. What is your opinion on maxing on bench, raw 1 week with a band, week 2, and raw 1 week with a band, week 2, and with a shirt on third week, and just keep changing exercises? I don't think you should max 3 weeks in a row. I think you should just be it's whatever you just if you want to be an equipped lifter, you should have a maxed shirted day and then like a not shirted like reps day or like a variation day, stuff like that. But I want to get in touch with you, Howard. So I'm going to make sure that email comes in. I'm going to get a lot of reading material back and forth to you about that. Pull the extra strap forward. Okay. Pull the extra strap forward. Gotcha. I think I had it back, like it was back, and it like if I felt more when I picked the weight up, it felt more compressed. It felt like I couldn't catch it. It was weird. I don't know. I think I did it wrong. So pull this extra strap forward. Okay, I'll do that next time. That's totally a thing, Amber says. Awesome. What the fuck? Hang on J hooks each set before squats. Oh, you mean like hang the straps? Is that what you're trying to say? Hang the straps on the J hooks? I actually also, Amber, Dino bought me a pair of those skater compression shorts. I put my single ply briefs on, and I was not distracted by the feeling of like skin being ripped apart or hairs being pulled out. It was fucking insane. When I was sitting back in the squat with the single ply briefs with those skater shorts underneath, I only felt the support of the briefs. I didn't feel the skin ripping or it was fucking intense. I couldn't believe it. It felt so oddly comfortable to squat in the equipment. It was very cool. So things are starting to finally like move forward. I have to get in touch with that chick you told me about because I can't put a straight bar on my back still. But eventually I have to fucking do that, but yeah, hanging between each set is a great idea, especially with closed straps. Good. I don't plan on making those straps Velcro. I was advised. Brian had a good idea. He said, if this is working, the single ply briefs with a single ply suit, even though it's a deadlift suit, he said, why not just get a single ply Centurion, like an actual squat suit to use with the squat briefs? I said, maybe. I just have to make sure we have them in stock. That's always the heel of the whole situation. So I might do that because not that it's a bad thing squatting in a deadlift suit, but I do think I should probably squat in something that's designed for that lift. So it's a work in progress, but things started to click today finally, and my deadlifts went really well after the squats. A pre-exhausted deadlift reps. Squatting first and then deadlifting not fresh, I think is the way to do it, because you're never going to be fresh for a deadlift in a competition, especially full power. Old School says, I use a carpet puller with a piece of fleet to keep it from hurting the suit. Yeah, we use a carpet puller as well. Alfredo Barbara kind of gave us that idea. We have carpet pullers at the gym. I don't have fleece or anything. I just take my briefs or my suit, right, material, and I just double it over. So there's 2 layers, and then stick it in the mouth of the carpet puller and hang from that. I have many holes put into the top rim of my squat briefs from hanging from only 1 layer, and those sharp corners of the carpet puller just punctured holes 360 all the way around my briefs. So I have to double up on the layer and fold it over before sticking in the carpet puller and hanging from it. So yeah, that is a thing. Good idea. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, we got that idea from, like I said, from from Alfredo, and he unfortunately moved away, and then Amber fucking moved away, and now they left us, and we're all sad. So not guilt tripping you whatsoever. Eddie Cohen always kept his deadlift and squat training separate, though, Jim. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'll choose squat that day with squat accessories or deadlift that day with deadlift accessories. But because I'm still trying to do all the prep work and all the whatever, I'm doing both in the same workout because I need to be honest with what I'm going to deadlift in a meet. I'm not going to deadlift in a meet where I can pull fresh, right, in the gym. You're always going to pull pre-exhausted, even more so because you have squat and then bench and then the deadlift. So that's why I'm doing it that way. I'm sorry, motherfuckers. Yeah, you are. I really hope you can make it to Rob's, though, Amber. I really, really hope nothing stupid pops up. You can make it there because it's a fucking blast, right? And we want to see you, obviously. The felt, no holes in my suits. This is Daddy Akers from Christmas Meet. Oh, okay, no shit. Oh, awesome. Good to have you on here. I didn't recognize the name. Will it be okay to ask you your squat and deadlift numbers are you looking at, or is it it's far too early? I don't have a fucking clue. I might even go to my first full power meet and only take my openers because that's going to be a lot more manageable. You got to think, I haven't done a full power meet since 2013. It's literally been a decade. I've just been benching this whole time. So it's going to take time. I'm literally just doing the prep work. I have a lot of catching up to do on the lower body development and the motor patterns and all that stuff. So William Lee says, I'm squatting now. Oh, you're okay. Squatting as we speak? Like you're in a squat workout there, William? Let's see. Zach says, do you ever get huge headaches from benching? I actually don't. I'll get a headache from sleeping on my pillow, though. If my neck is not perfectly aligned or flat or anything, like I spent all my years in the Marine Corps actually sleeping really tensed up. And my neck never actually relaxed into my pillow. And after I got out, I was still doing that shit. And only about a year ago, I learned how to actually relax into a pillow and feel your neck decompress. I was always tense when I was falling asleep. I would wake up with a headache. And if I woke up with a headache, mostly this is in the Marines when I was still active duty. When I woke up with a headache, I knew I was going to have it all fucking day. So I'd wake up at 4 a.m, pop 2,000 milligrams of a painkiller, of whatever I get my hands on, go to work. I'd still have the fucking headache. A few hours later, the most I took of painkillers in one day for my fucking headaches was, I think, between 6,000 and 7,000 milligrams. Because I was just fucking desperate and I hated life, so I didn't really care what happened, but I needed that fucking headache to go away. I think it was more than 6,000, 2, and 1. I think I took 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, and 1,000 before I went to bed that night. I had a headache all fucking day. So, but benching doesn't do that, but sleep always did because I wasn't relaxing, Okay, you're squatting as we speak. William, got you. Cool. So that was an absolutely fucking miserable time of my life. That was not great. And then Howard Weingarten over here says, great, really looking forward to that. Got to meet next Saturday. Oh, no shit. Looking to hit around 7:30, and I'm 58 years old. Oh, that's a big one. Holy fuck. Oh, 58 years young. Oh, that's a good way to say it. I want to hit 1,000 by my 60th year. Well, it is. Hey, Bill Gillespie did 1,000 or 1132 at 60 or 62 or 63, so it is possible. And yes, I'm an equipped lifter. I'll never do raw lifting again. Smart man right there. Sounds like you didn't change your socks, Jimmy. What the fuck were you talking about? No, I did. Trust me. I just that was such a I can't get into that shit. Never mind. Kate says, "Don't take that much, people. This is not medical advice, and that's just not." I'm just speaking on experience. That's all I'm saying. You can teach you to squat only if you train alone. Yeah, because that's how you train, basically. We don't have. We had a pair of those monolift hooks for a long time. Some kid took them when he left the gym a while ago. So we have just the plain Jane monolift itself, not the monolift hooks. How do you manage your sleep to make it more optimal? I make sure the apartment is cool, not hot. I have a CPAP. I also have been listening to, it's kind of funny when you say it, brown noise, right? Because from South Park, the brown note. But there's white noise, green noise, pink noise, brown noise, gray noise, orange noise. There's all these different noises. It's like a background noise. And for some reason, I've tried them all, and the brown noise, it doesn't knock me out. But when I sleep, I know I'm getting the most quality fucking sleep because I have the most vivid, awesome, interactive dreams I've had my entire fucking life. It happens every single time. It's so fucking cool. Just trying to. We got a new mattress. Me and Katie got our first new mattress as a couple for the first time in our entire fucking lives, like 6 months ago. Boom! It's one of those bamboo. Firm mattress, foam mattress things. I don't know what the fuck's, but it's a great mattress. But the CPAP, of course, make sure the apartment is cool the fuck down. My brown noise, I just put my phone right behind my fucking head, listen to it all night, and just trying to relax, trying to actually like let my neck relax. And it feels weird to me. I spent years not sleeping relaxed, sleeping tensed. So when I relax my neck, it feels very odd, like my vertebrae is like jamming. It feels weird. Like I said, I did not sleep relaxed for fucking years when I was in the service. So that it's just learning how to actually relax when I sleep. And William says, "Ever try to weighted blanket?" I had one. Katie bought me one for a Christmas, probably 3 years ago. I didn't get the fad of it. I didn't understand it. I liked it, but it just didn't work for me. So maybe I just have to then again, 3 years ago, I was still in the Marines. So maybe that was a bad time to try anything, to try to optimize my sleep. So, hey, everybody, it's been an hour and 43 minutes and 20 seconds. I do want to end it here. It is a holiday. I really appreciate you all hopping over here on YouTube, here on Instagram. It's been a fantastic time talking to you all. Again, just a couple of plugs. Of course, AndersonPowerlifting.com, your superstore for anything powerlifting related. Straps, bench shirts, squat suits, knee wraps, wrist wraps, knee sleeves, belts, anything you can think of. T-shirts that are actually made by yours truly are available on the website. You can also use code Kolbstrong right there. Kolbstrong, everybody, is a 10% off anything on the store. AndersonPowerlifting.com. That is just a discount for you. It is not a commission thing for me. My Patreon is alive and well. I've had the highest amount of members ever. I cannot thank you all enough for that. It's fucking awesome. $10 a month. If you want to see what I do behind the scenes, all the crazy shit I talked about tonight, the 1,300 pounds for set of 5, the 4 or 5 for 22, all that crap. Week by week, day by day, 5 days a week. Patreon goes up, and I have a lot of members on here tonight. Fob was hopping on here at the last minute. Hey, Fobby, what's going on, bro? So that's it. Let's see here. Dave says, thanks for the video. I missed watching it live, but I'm able to catch up. Sweet. What's up, Bobby? YouTube members, if you want to stay on YouTube and not go to Patreon, $10 a month on there as well. Colby Strong Scholarship, of course. Raising money for the next generation of powerlifters. Every $1,000 we raise, we give away to a young athlete between the age of 13 to 23. Right now, we have AMRAP April. We're going to make a video about it this week. We just announced it. We have 3 entries so far. AMRAP April. Had a lot of success last year. We the women bench 135 for reps, and the men bench 225 for reps. And those who post the highest number in the month of April, they get a cash prize from us, plus probably a T-shirt, something like that. Again, that's a fundraiser for the Colby Strong Scholarship. AMRAP April. If you bench backwards, if you do your video and post it, and you do a reverse grip bench, it automatically will add, I believe, 2 reps to your total number. Right? You get an additional 2 reps added to your total if you bench backwards while you do it, because that's one of my things, right? Reverse grip bench press. Thank you all very much for hopping on here. This is the Colby Strong Power Podcast. This is episode 37 of Benching and Bullshitting. I've had a great time talking to you all. Happy Easter. I will be back on here next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to answering your questions. Bench and bullshit with me next Sunday. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time.